Take a few moments for yourself. Relax your eyes, relax the tension in your shoulders. Deep breaths. On your next inhale, I want you to sit a little bit taller. Pull your shoulders back a little further. And continue those deep breaths. Relaxing your mind of any thoughts outside of your body, outside of your breath. I want you to keep your eyes relaxed as you start to warm up your neck. We're going to drop our ear down to our shoulder. Roll our neck through the center over to the other side. So I want you to really focus on not letting your shoulders do the movement. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Don't bring those shoulders up. Repeat your roll at your own pace. Rolling your chin back to center. Let's lift and open. We're going to bring our shoulders into a forward roll. Really try to complete your circle here. So squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. You want it to be so big it feels a little silly. And reverse your circle. Same thing, complete circles. Try not to let that shoulder go straight down. Control your little muscles in your rotator cuff. Relaxing your shoulders. Go ahead and open your eyes. Let's bring those hands out in front of us, shifting onto our knees. Knees in line with your hips, wrists in line with your shoulders. Let's do a few deep breaths. Inhale as you lift and open. Exhale as you push away from the floor, rounding through the spine. Following your own breath as you continue. Let's go ahead and do one more. Exhale, bring that spine back to neutral. Tuck your toes under, bring those knees out a few inches. Keep your feet together so you're making kind of a diamond here. Sit back on your heels and just open your hips, rock side to side. Sit back a little further, reach those hands out a little further. Big inhale, shift forward. Adjust those knees so that they're in line with those hips. We're going to release down to the floor. Elbows stay close to your body. Placing your hands and forearms on the floor. Inhale as you lift and open. I want you to pull those shoulder blades down your spine. Exhale, release. Inhale, big lift, open. Exhale, release. You're not using your hands to press yourself up. Inhale, lift. You're using those lower back muscles. Let's do one more. And exhale. This time, if you want to press yourself and hold into the cobra of your choice, whether you're on your forearms or you're on your hands, your shoulders are pressing down and away from your ears. Chest is open to the front. Exhale, elbows stay close to your body. Release to the floor. Press up back into tabletops. We're gonna pull those shoulders down and away from our ears. Tuck our toes under and lift back into our downward dog. Feel free to wag your tail as you get warmed up here. Take note, are you favoring one arm, one side? Are you favoring one leg? Inhale, bring your gaze up to your hands and walk those feet forward. Let's hold our forward fold for a few breaths. Feel free to modify whether you have a yoga block or something you can use to elevate, or you can place those hands on the floor or even your leg. I want your eyes to look behind you. Keep that neck in neutral spine here. With your hands on the floor, bending your knees if you need to, we are going to take a big step back with that left foot. Right foot stays forward. Allow your heel to release behind you, making an L with your front foot. Swoop your arms up to your ears, warrior one. So your hips or your headlights are still facing forward. If you have a hyperextension in your back, go ahead and bring that core in just a little bit. Big breath in. As you exhale, let's allow our knee and heel to follow our hip into our warrior two. Lengthen those arms. Double check, is your knee caving in or are you staying strong with your glutes? Inhale, lift and extend. Exhale, dropping that left arm down. Right arm either stays up or reaches slightly behind you. I want you to avoid placing weight on that back arm, especially on your knee. Inhale, lift back into warrior two. Shift your weight forward. As we rotate to the front, this time we're gonna pick up and rotate our heel into our high lunge. Ooh. Sometimes just knowing that the wall is there doesn't help. Let's place your hands on the inside of that front foot. Step back into your plank. Gently release your knees to your floor, to the floor or mat, and sit back into child's pose. I want you to use this time to recenter, maybe rock your hips side to side, maybe walk your hands side to side, maybe just using this time to focus on your breath. Inhale, let's shift our weight forward to our tabletops. Pull those shoulders away from your ears, tuck those toes under, and lift back into that downward dog. Let's hold here for a few breaths. Pressing your head through your shoulders, press those hips back. Bringing your gaze up to your hands, this time hopping or stepping your feet forward. Hold your forward fold for a few breaths. Left foot stays forward, right foot steps back, allowing your heel to release behind you. Swooping up into warrior one. Again, make sure your heel or your hips are facing forward. So your heel's down, but your hips are forward. Feet are in line with your hips, so they are not one directly behind the other. Allowing your knee and ankle to follow your hips as you open into warrior two. Inhale, lift and extend. Exhale, dropping that right arm down, left arm reaches up or maybe slightly behind you. Again, little to no weight is placed on that back leg with your right hand. Inhale, slow lift back into that warrior two. As you windmill those hands to your, let's rotate to our high lunge first. Rotate your heel back to the front. Hips are forward. Placing those hands on the inside of that front leg. Stepping back for your plank. Gently release your knees. Let's sit back into child's pose. Again, use this time to recenter. Use this as your you time. Sliding your hands below your shoulders. Go ahead and use them to press yourself up onto your knees. If you want to get something to place below your knees for support, feel free to get a blanket or a pillow. Knees are in line with your hips here. Placing your hands on your lower back with your fingers facing down. Go ahead and open your chest. Pull those shoulders back, lift your chin. Place those hands on your lower back for support. So if you are comfortable with it, feel free to press those hips forward. Open that chin a little further. Keep your hands there for support. So you should not feel pain. If this is painful, go ahead and stop. Just bring that chin up. Keep those hips tucked under. If you are comfortable, opening that chin away from your chest, pushing your hips forward. Maybe you're reaching for one ankle at a time for a camel. Placing those hands back on your back for support before lifting yourself back up. If you did reach back, sit back on your heels, child's pose, rock those hips side to side. You do have one more chance to do this. Stretch out that lower back. When you're ready, taking those hands below your shoulders, using them to press yourself back onto your knees. You have one more opportunity here, placing your hands on your lower back, fingertips facing down. Opening your chest, pulling those shoulders back. Maybe pushing your hips forward, maybe opening that chin. And reaching back for those ankles. Remember to stop if you feel any pain. Taking those hands, placing them on your low back, using them to press yourself back up for support. Sit back on your heels, reach forward, and rock side to side. Again, use this time to recenter. Listen to your body here. We're going to go back into that sequence we started with a little bit faster this time and add to it. So let's shift our weight forward. Make adjustments with your knees if you need to. Pull those shoulders down and away from your ears. Tuck those toes under and lift back into your downward dog. Inhale, bring your gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop those feet forward. Right foot stays forward, left foot steps back, allowing your heel to release. Swooping your arms into warrior one. Exhale, open into warrior two. Make sure you allow your knee to follow your hips. Inhale, lift and extend. Exhale, dropping that left arm, right arm stays up or slightly back. Inhale, lift back into warrior two. Shift your weight forward. All right, here's where we're gonna add. So level one, you're gonna place that forearm on your thigh. Reach forward with that left arm. Level two, you're going to reach down to the floor, reach up with that left arm. Level three, left arm reaches behind you. Notice my chest and shoulders stay up. Right arm reaches under our thigh to connect hands behind us. Remember, choose which level best fits you. What you feel today may not have been the same thing you felt last week, may not be the same thing you feel next week. Exhale, release. Lift back into warrior two. Lift and rotate that heel to follow your hips into your high lunge. Place your hands on the floor. Step back into plank. Gently release those knees. Let's sit back. Take a few breaths. Recenter here. We're going to do that same sequence on the other side. Inhale, big shift forward. Pull those shoulders back or down. Tuck your toes under, lift up and back into downward dog. Inhale, bring your gaze up to your hands, hop or step forward. Hold your forward fold for a breath or two. This time our left foot stays forward, right foot steps back. Your heel releases behind you. Warrior one. Exhale, allow your hips to open. Knee and ankle will follow. Warrior two. Inhale, lift and extend. Exhale, right arm reaches back, left arm reaches up or slightly back. Inhale, shift your weight forward, warrior two. Here we go. Here's where we add to our sequence. Level one, forearm is on your thigh. Right arm reaches forward. Level two, left arm reaches the floor, right arm reaches up. And level three, you get a different angle this time. Right arm reaches back, left arm reaches under your thigh. Notice shoulder and chest stay up. Go ahead and release. Slowly lift back into warrior two. Rotate your heel to follow your hips into high lunge. Hands are placed on the inside of that front foot. Stepping back into plank. Go ahead and release here at the bottom and recenter. Very good, everyone. Take those hands below your shoulders, use them to press yourself up. Let's go ahead and scoop back onto our glutes. Feet are flat on the floor. We're gonna release down to the floor. So you can use your hands for support or place your hands on your thighs. I want you to tuck those hips under. Control this movement. I cannot talk today. Tuck your hips under. Feel each vertebrae, so including that lumbar spine or your low back, release to the floor. Shoulders and head are last to release. Once you're here, let's hug one knee into our chest. Use your opposite hand, reach for the outside of that leg. Bring that knee across your body, allow your hip to release. Open your arm out to the side. If this is putting too much pressure on your spine, and this is painful for you, you can keep both hips pressed to the floor and just bring that knee slightly across your body. Take your time to bring that knee back to center, roll onto both hips. Extend that leg, you can reach for either under on your thigh, your calf, maybe even your ankle. I want both shoulders and hips to stay on the floor here. Slight bend through the knee. Allowing that knee to bend, tuck back into your chest. We're gonna bring that knee out to the side. Again, I don't want your other hip to follow here. I want both hips to stay pressed to the floor. Take your time to bring that knee back to center. Place that foot on the floor. Shake it out if you need to. Let's switch sides when you're ready. Starting with your knee tucked into your chest, extending your other leg out in front of you. Reaching for the outside of that leg as you bring that knee across your body. Again, you can modify by keeping your hips on the floor, or you can take this further by allowing your hip to release, opening your arm out to the side. Slowly bring that knee back to center, rolling onto both hips. extending that leg, either reaching from under on your thigh, your calf, or maybe even your ankle. A reminder to keep your shoulders and hips on the floor here. Slowly bring that knee back into your chest. And allow that knee to fall out to the side again without letting your other hip follow. Both hips stay pressed to the floor here. Take your time to bring that knee back to center. Place your foot on the floor, shake it out if you need to, and slide your foot out in front of you when you're ready. Placing your hands on either side of your body with your palms facing up. Relaxing your eyes. Bringing your mind back to your breath. Completing each inhale before exhaling. With each exhale, I want you to relax the muscles, relax the tension, maybe in your jaw, maybe in your shoulders or your hands. And keep your mind focused on your breath. With your eyes relaxed, I want you to start exaggerating your breath. Feeling the movement in your chest start to get bigger. Slowly starting to add movement through your fingers and your toes. Eventually sliding those feet flat to the floor. Big inhale, snow angel those arms overhead. Lengthen here. Picking one side to allow those knees to fall over too. Allowing your hip and shoulder to follow. I want you to take a few moments to open your eyes here. And when you're ready, slowly slide yourself back into the comfortable seated position you started in. Finishing with our deep breaths, inhaling overhead. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more, connecting your hands into prayer. Exhaling your hands to heart. Namaste. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday, everyone, and thank you for coming to our yoga class. I'll see you all on Wednesday. If you have not introduced yourself to Hannah, please introduce yourself. She is our Corvallis intern, so she will put her email in the chat box if you want to say hi to her or ask her any questions. See you all on Wednesday.
Thanks, Cass.
Bye, Garrett.